Hello YouTube, this is Alan from Pineapple Media and welcome to the first episode of Bramble Ramble. So most bartending channels deal with cocktail recipes, but this show we're going to deal with more serious matters, more for what industry people are concerned about. So more of the behind the scenes and stuff like that. And today I want to talk about tech and how it's killing the restaurant industry. To get started, tech is not all bad. We still need it. I mean, POS systems, they not only make things faster, but also more efficient. So you could watch a show like Kitchen Nightmares, where some of these places are still handwriting their tickets, and these tickets get lost. They don't know where the tables go because the handwriting can't be read. Social media, lots of small restaurants can't afford advertisement, so social media can be used in their favor. It's basically free advertisement. And of course, if you're traveling, it's a very good source of getting new information, or even not. Like, you could go to your city and find a new spot that you've never been before, and that's all done by technology. But this is the internet, so I'm sure y'all just want to hear about the bad stuff, right? Okay, first thing, we're going to talk about review sites. I'm not going to go too much in detail about this because, I mean, South Park already made an episode about it, and it does a pretty good job of explaining the negative aspects of review sites. I've even seen like negative reviews of places where the reviewer didn't even dine in. Like, they're just making assumptions. Oh, this person doesn't have authentic. I looked at the menu. None of these dishes are authentic. Like, why would you give a bad review of that? Like, anyone can cook a good dish. There's more than one way to cook like potatoes or Brussels sprouts or even cocktails. Like, I'm not gonna say there's only one way to make a margarita. I mean, there's a good way, and there's the other ways, but I'm not going to... So the second thing about tech that's killing restaurants is delivery. Hence the name of the video. You've probably seen it, you probably didn't, but delivery apps are basically very popular right now during the pandemic. Delivery apps started off being a supplemental source of income for restaurants, but because of the pandemic, that kind of changed the game. It has now become its primary source of income in many cases. So, because it used to be a supplemental source of income, a lot of restaurants probably didn't look at the contract too much. But now that it's become the primary way of selling things, they're now starting to realize how much they were getting ripped off. So for small business, sometimes this can help, but I think in general, delivery apps kind of disconnect guest experience from the hospitality, which is like why we go out anyways. There's a reason why people want to go to a bar and socialize. Obviously you can't do that now, but I think when the pandemic is over, there might be a danger of people still using these delivery apps. And when you lose that connection between the guest and the kitchen, I think it just kills the point of hospitality. Where it just becomes food factories. I mean, guests are so disconnected from restaurants now that ghost kitchens popped up. Like, they're ordering from food that's made in an alleyway, and despite having a cell phone around, people still don't know that they're ordering food from these ghost kitchens. Even giant corporations like Chuck E. Cheese is taking advantage of this. So what are some changes that need to happen? One is going to be touchless options, obviously, because people, they're doing that in a lot of countries, and in order to move forward, that's probably going to happen. We've thrown away a lot of menus just because, there's like fingerprints or it's too dirty, so it'll be a greener options. I mean, we'll still have paper menus for those who don't have a phone or don't want to use their phone or whatever, but it should be an option. That includes payment. Like, a lot of countries, they use their cell phones to pay. You don't really need to sign paper. That legally doesn't do anything, believe it or not. The other thing is there should be more regulations on delivery apps. I mean, they're going to exist. There's nothing we can't get rid of them, so they have to exist. Like, a lot of restaurants don't have a car to drive around, so they're going to need a delivery service anyways. But there should be city regulation on how much money they can take out of the kitchens, because these delivery services need these kitchens to survive. So if they end up, leeching off the profits and causing them to close down, then they're pretty much screwing themselves. Another use for technology is that it should be a way to connect the guests to the kitchens as well. You know, maybe like histories about the restaurant. You know, when you go through the menu on the phone and you look at a cocktail, it'll give you like a more detailed description than what would have been on the paper menu. So it gives a guest more information and makes them more emotionally invested in where they're dining at. The other one is that I think maybe complaints or reviews should be, the contact information on the websites of these restaurants should be made more readily available as well, so that instead of having a guest complain to Yelp or something for the first time, they can have it addressed with the managers or owners themselves first. So anyways, that's all I have to say for today. It's getting kind of hot again, so I'm probably going to shut off all these lights. Please let me know in the comments what your opinions on tech and the food industry. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.